Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's my birthday when I'm filming this, and I just wanted to walk you guys through my birthday tutorial. I was actually a smarty pants this time. Let me just go ahead and start applying foundation. I don't know what I want to apply. Why is this always so hard? I'm literally between like Armani or House Labs. Should I mix them? Okay, let's start with underpainting because we know that that is something that will make us feel better. So I kind of wanted to do this as a chit chat, get ready with me. One, because I don't have to waste time for voiceovers efficiency here. But I also wanted to talk about like these, life lessons that I have learned, I have reflected on, I feel strongly about, and I'm going to start off with a disclaimer that no one is perfect. And the first lesson that I learned in life is the quicker you stop looking for perfection, the happier your internal world will be. By the way, I went in with the Charlotte Tilbury in case you didn't see that. I'm going to try to go through products. I really do suck at listing products down below, simply because you guys, I am doing this for my own passion. I'm not doing it for sponsorships or links or anything like that. And I feel bad if I link stuff and I'm like, buy this, buy this, buy this. It just seems extremely tone deaf when the economy is the way that it is. I just feel really bad. Like, I don't know. I might be the only crazy person that thinks that way because I know some people on the internet are about making a quick buck. And to each their own, but I going a little overboard with the concealer. Wait, guys, do you think I found my concealer brush. I'm so proud of me. Because we know around this neck of the woods, your girl has trouble. Finding the concealer brush on time. I'm always looking for it I don't know what that simile was going to go towards, but anyways, I just feel bad linking stuff in the description box. It doesn't seem like me, and I also, I was thinking about this channel and the direction I wanted to take it, and something that stood out to me was that I have decided on the Armani foundation. It's a tried and true. I'm sorry. It's a tried and true. It looks great with everything. I will go in. I'm going to do the combination of Hourglass and Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. But, let me just not get zealous because... Oh, and you want to know why I'm filming in this shirt? Because I don't know if you guys were here, but the last time okay. When I think 2 tutorials ago when I did my wedding guest makeup, the dress that I wanted to wear to my friend's wedding got destroyed because I got zealous while filming, and this little thingamabobber literally I lost my grip and balance, and it went all over the place on my dress. So at least I was like, wait, let's learn from our mistakes. Let's learn from our mistakes. Let's not let that happen again. And just one pump of the Armani. I'm in the shade 7.5 in Giorgio Armani, and I'm in the shade Golden Tan for anyone who wants a reference range. But like I said, I was thinking about the direction of this channel, and I genuinely, you guys, I don't know if I would be a good review channel simply because I am not the kind of person that wants to go out and buy stuff and review them. I don't think that that is feasible for where I am right now in life. I also believe in living within your means, and I am doing that. And it's very raw, very honest here. But yeah, like I don't believe in trying to, like, if I find a new product, for example, and I say this all to say, right? Like, let's say I go into Sephora, because these days when I shop, right, I'm being very blunt, right, you guys, and this is also one of the life lessons I've learned being X amount of years that I am. I have learned, because, and this is not something that I was good at before. I was not good at this, full disclosure. I was the girl that did want to buy everything. I felt that if I didn't own certain, products or certain things, like, oh my God, like I'm not gonna, I'm an only child too, so I don't know if I've mentioned that before, but I was like, oh, I'm not gonna fit in. I'm not gonna XYZ. Bullshit. I'm literally saying that. By the way, I'm going in with my lipstick. It is the Too Faced Melted Matte in the shade PSL. It works perfect with the dress. It's the Rust dress. So I'm going to shut my app for 3 seconds and apply this. Okay. Let's be strategic. Okay. Smells like pumpkin spice. So I literally lost my train of thought, but it'll come back. Y'all know it always does. But, oh yeah, see, came back. I'm not someone that, like, I want to buy the next thing. First of all, if I showed you how my, vanity looks right now, it's very compact. I cannot deal with a lot of stuff. I get overwhelmed when it comes to cleaning and maintaining it. Sorry, trying to find concealer. Now apparently it's the game of can Shivani find her concealer. She can. NARS rating creamy in the shade caramel. It's medium deep too, by the way. But like I cannot like you guys, like it's overwhelming for me, and I choose now to be in a space where if I don't have the next thing and I'm not reviewing it, that is so fine, because people who like to learn how to do makeup will come. They will come. I have faith in that. I have faith in myself. And that's another lesson that I learned, is to have faith in yourself. And that is something that is easier said than done. And I'm speaking very generally. Not to get into specifics, because I do like a certain level of privacy, but when you don't have faith in yourself, when you don't take that leap of faith, it is very difficult for your life to move forward. There have been many moments where I have felt like I was extremely stuck, and not to quote Elle Woods, but I did need to have courage of conviction, sorry, I was looking if I got anything on my teeth. Sorry about that. I was just looking to see, like, good Lord, like, can I actually make it through? So academically, you guys, I did not have a very traditional path. One thing that I also learned is it's okay to not have a traditional path. And I mean this in, like, the best, most loving way possible. As this is established, I am an Indian woman. I am a first generation, and the stereotypes are true. But I was very grateful because my parents never forced me to go one way or the other. They just said, look, do whatever makes you happy and try to look for stability within that work. I work in public health. I'm just going to say that. I'm bred differently. I care about people. I have a necessant need, or is it incessant need? Sounds so uneducated right now, sorry. To just help people. I wanted to be an OBGYN. And a lot of people say, it's not too late. You can go back to school and be an OBGYN. Do you guys realize how hard of a specialty, if I make it through medical school, if I stopped everything right now and I went to medical school and I said, okay, Shivani, you're going to give this dream of yours a chance, right? Do you realize how hard it would be to match into OB? That is not a specialty. It's like derm. It's a very difficult, specialty to match into. And I would be that person, realistically, y'all, I would be that person that would be extremely upset if I didn't get into the specialty that I wanted, because it's not that I couldn't do another specialty, but my purpose was that specialty. So to me, it makes no sense. I could be wrong, could be completely wrong, but excuse me, that's just how I feel. And okay, we're gonna do a more red toned, because that's the color, but we're gonna go with these, if you hear people are coming up and setting up for the party. So I also live in an area where I'm extremely blessed, and that's another lesson that I will say that I had learned. I'm going to go in with the shade Buff, and I'm going to mix it with the shade Freckle. Because I do want a reddish tone peeking through. And this is just my transition color, by the way. But is to count your blessings, because, okay, so I have lived in different states. I have lived in the state of Massachusetts. I have lived in the state of Delaware, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and currently now I'm North Carolina based. I've also lived in Virginia, and so I will definitely say the lessons I have learned and the people that I cherish make a whole difference of how I view my life. 28 is a special number for me because I know some people very close that did not make it to this age, and I was contemplating on whether or not I wanted to say that, but I think it would be remiss if I did not. And this year is about honoring those people that were very dear. They were lovely human beings, and I think that they still are. They're just not here in corporeal form. And to me, that is what matters, is this year that I honor it, that I do my best to have gratitude and pay it forward. One thing I will say is going in with the shade Monroe. Y'all, Monroe is a really popular shade around my neck of the woods up in here, from the Natasha Denona Viva palette. And you're like, she only uses Natasha Denona. Okay, that's a half-truth. But that's another thing as to why I cannot be like a review channel. Because this palette here, Makeup by Mario, this is for beginners. When I saw the foils, and I'll show it to y'all. When I saw the foils, my draw was coming out. I was like, heck yeah, this is going to be on my eyes. I was so excited. Y'all. No. Terribly disappointed. This is why I can't be a review channel. Like, I'm too blunt. I'm too blunt for my own freaking good. And I'm not everyone's cup of chai. But, like, when it comes to performance of eyeshadows, there's very few select brands that I trust. And this is one of my things, right? My eyeshadow looks a little crazy, so we're gonna go in with that. We're gonna go in with the shade Pasha. It's this shade, and we're gonna start diffusing. I love this red. Okay. I wish I like had started my YouTube channel when I was in high school and I lived in Ohio. Because when I tell you, like, every time I would go to Ulta, and God bless my mom and dad, their poor credit cards suffered because of my makeup. I'm so sorry, mommy. Sorry, daddy. Actually, I don't even call them that. I call them Amma Nana in my language, which, by the way, my native language is Telugu. For those of who do not know. And I'm self-taught Hindi, but that doesn't mean my Hindi is actually bad. I do not have a South Indian accent. अगर मैं आपसे बात करूँगी तो ऐसे ही बात करेगी. So, and I have like, I wish like I could, so this technique that I'm doing right now where I did that, it's not revisionist, but essentially what I'm doing is I'm mapping, because when I look down like this, my eyeshadow is looking a certain way. Like, if you look, all that shimmer is right there, all the dark is over there. And this is something that you definitely need to build up. Okay. And then, now that I have that, I'm going to go in with this little brush that I have. This is so weird. Normally I go in, you guys know that I go in with like my browns, but I'm not doing that. Not this time around, because I want the red themed. So like what I was saying about the blessings was, okay. Now I'm gonna need to switch brushes and just diffuse. Just count your blessings and the people that remain with you, you know, even through different moves of life. Don't forget them. Remember the good times. It's sometimes, I know, easier said than done, but you know, there's certain states that I always joke, like, you could give me $1 million, I'd take the million and, you know, run, but wouldn't go back. But, you know, at this phase in life, it's something I've chosen to let go of and kind of just woo-saw the energy, if you will. And I am going to go back in with a healthy dose of Monroe. Not wetting the brush this time because I just want the color to pop. Like that. So, and I'm not going to do eyeliner immediately. I'm going to wait for a bit because I just want to make sure the eyeshadow is dried down. And if I need to go back, I will go back. Check my time. Let's see. Okay. This should be good for now. One thing I will do, wait, why did I do that? The heck? One thing I will do is I will go in with this buff color and I will buff it underneath. I cannot stress to you guys when you are doing your makeup that if you are doing a smoky look, don't neglect the lower lash line, especially if it's in the evening. So, don't forget that. Smoke it out, take a minute. Okay, you guys, so I'm back. Eyeliner is done. Now do you see the whole look? I hope you do. But yeah, coming back to your roots is always important, I feel. And advice I would give my younger self. Honestly, guys, I really like Watermelon Pop. Gonna do that. I want like a warm tone blush. Start with one dot because this is buildable. But I would tell myself that everything will work out. Like when I look back at, certain events and certain moments, I literally, I wish I could go give myself a hug and be like, girl, you're overstimulated. Calm the hell down. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Like, it's okay. You have this inner strength. It will come out. It will lead you in the right way. And don't be afraid to... And I struggle with this, you guys, even to this day. Sometimes I'm so afraid of certain things, and I'm just like, why the frick am I? Like, to me, it doesn't make sense to me to be afraid. You know what I mean? Like, of something that, let's say I know I deserve, or whatever the situation. But I just look at myself and I go, no, like, what do you know? Going in with the Milani setting spray. Gonna have to look at this awkward angle, but yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I am gonna... Okay, so I took a break because I was obviously recovering. As you can hear, I'm recovering from being sick, and I honestly, you guys, got sick twice in this month. That's not me. I don't get sick twice during respiratory virus season. That's absolutely freaking not me. And whew, okay, let's curl these lashes and get on to mascara. Since it is the birthday, we do go the extra mile. I'm trying to think, like, what else I would tell myself. I think an important thing is to not be worried about timelines. And I say this as a woman who one day hopes to be married and have beautiful children. And I say that because with my personality, with the idea of what I had wanted for my life, I would have been married by now. Being very honest here, my brand of honesty is not something that, it's an acquired taste. And I am still single, and you know what? That is okay. And I'm not saying this as like, I'm 28. No, I genuinely am. After a lot of reflection, I've just been like, you know what, girl? You deserve to get the partner that you want, and that came with a lot of lessons learned. It did not come easy. That was not something that I was very in that whole, I need to, get married. I want to have kids. I want to start young and early. And for those that it does happen like that, congratulations. That's also beautiful. That's very beautiful. But I realized I didn't have a traditional path. And it's completely okay to not have a traditional path. And I say that, and I'm emphasizing that because a lot of us in this world feel like we are running out on time. The fundamental truth that remains is women, like biological women, let me correct my language, have a clock, a biological clock that ticks. And I heard this somewhere, and I don't know where I heard it. I know it was on an Instagram reel. I don't know who said it, but I related so much to it. But in the day and age that we have, all these careers and a life of our own, for those of us who do want to become mothers, for those of us who, you know, want that dream, it's almost tough when your career clock is completely against your biological clock. And some of us have more, I guess, astuteness and austerity in terms of just, I don't know if austerity is the right word, but we just can handle it better, and some of us, you know, cannot. And I'm mixing two different highlights, by the way. I'm going to go in with Kiko and Soft and Gentle. I can dig Soft and Gentle. Come on. Out. And, you know, I just, for me, one of my lessons that I learned was it was better that I had waited than rush. Because I'll be also honest, if I did get married early, I would have not had my own identity. I would not have had the experiences that I have currently that have shaped me to be the person and to be the woman that I am. And that is not something I take for granted or lightly. That is a very fundamental part of my journey. And let's get some highlight over here. You'll notice from bigger events, I kind of like highlight over here. What was that accent? Over here. And, okay, so the blush is a little dull. So, and that's completely fine because I only went in with one. So we're going to go in with the Makeup Geek, and I'm going to go in with this color here. I want to say that's Spellbound. I'm not sure. Actually, that might be a bit too dark. I'm going to go in with this one first. Okay, this is better. Yeah. That's the thing with blushes, is like the way that they look in the pan versus like, you know, how they translate on the skin. Completely different. Okay. Again, what do we say around here? Shivani's face eats blush. Nom nom nom. It's like Pac-Man. But those are, I hope you guys enjoyed my, you know, ramblings and lessons learned and, you know, whatnot. And you found this meaningful, and I will be sure to resume my princess series as soon as the hoopla and everything is done. Thank you guys so much for joining me on my special day, and I can't wait to see you guys soon. Bye.